welcome back to another episode of Sold Out, and you can see it, you might not be able to say it. These are the Freak 3s, Giannas Untitled Chapter shoes. It's a hard word to say. I haven't got to test the first sneaker or the second sneaker, and I don't think I will. I just heard a bunch of bad stuff about it, and I've heard some good stuff, bad stuff about the sneaker. We're going to start from the top, work our way down to the bottom. We got these right here on the back of the shoe for kind of, I know that goes in with comfort, but I just like to start there. And on this sneaker, you could see these right here. I thought that was going to be a problem. Slide this one over here. I thought these Achilles points were going to be a problem. They look like they are inward just a little bit, but they weren't. It was actually very, very comfortable. I had no issues with that. Onto the tongue. The tongue was pretty dope. It has a key, so you guys can see that. On the other side, other pair, it has a lock. And the tongue was nice padding. There really isn't no perforated holes on it, but it really wasn't too bad. It didn't seem like too heavy, too padded. Onto the laces. The laces are just, they're not very good. They're kind of just like the rope laces. I'm not sure. Let me grab this sneaker real quick. I'm not sure if you guys could see these laces, the fraying on all these laces, guys. I know on the other video on the KDs that you couldn't see them very well, but with the strap being there, it gets frayed quite a bit. Now, onto the strap, it really didn't do much. I even tried to pull it tight, didn't feel like it got any tighter. Obviously, it's latched to this side. It's not like the KD, where it starts here, wraps around the shoe, and comes here. I mean, it gives you feel the pressure of it, but it still doesn't feel like it's like making it any better, any lockdown. And it just kept, it was also annoying. It just kept popping up on me. Like, I would run and you would hear it separate like that. I don't know if I just got a high foot arch right here in the middle or what the deal is, but this strap just did not do it for me. As an aesthetic, I thought it was a nice addition. Even though I'm not a very big fan of straps, I just think if you took the strap away from this sneaker, it just kind of looked very, very plain. I just wasn't a fan of it, and it's also tearing up one of my pairs right here. Like when I latched it over, you can see the fraying in that. See if I can get up close on that. Like right there, it's all fuzzy. It's tearing that up very quick. I've only hooped in these about 4 or 5 times. I actually got some outdoor action in these as well, also at the Y. Now, down to the materials. They weren't that bad. When I slipped this sneaker on, it kind of just felt like a sock with a sole. It was very, like, comfortable, not impact protection-wise. We'll get into that in a moment. But, I mean, just for, like, the upper material, like, it was very soft. This is very padded over here, all the way down here. Very, very padded and breathable. The ripstop material, as we all know, is pretty nice as far as, like, breathability. And then I like that they fuse this right here. I don't toe drag a lot, but I know people that do. Sometimes, you know, it might happen once in a while, but it's nice to just have that there so you know, like, if you toe drag, you're not just going to, you know, rip that material. That ripstop will tear up pretty quick. It's kind of about, it feels like about the same type of material that's on the LeBron 18 low. Maybe even a little bit thicker. So, now down onto the comfort of this shoe. It just was not there at all. Like, this right here, I thought this was dope. When I seen the sneaker, I'm like, that is sweet. You can see into it. But what it does is it really stops it from compressing. I mean, you can't even, I mean, you can compress them like when you're stepping on them, but like, it just doesn't feel good at all. Like when you're running, I mean, it feels good. It feels like you can work out in it. You can run a few games in it, but it's not something that I would recommend. If you got knee pain or shin splints, this is not for you. I get shin splints in about 15 minutes into hooping with these, even after all my stretching. It just was tough. So I would not recommend these if you have any leg pain, any issues like that. Now, if you just want to rock them aesthetically, they're a dope shoe. I kind of like them. I like them better than the 1s, than the 2s. I think the 3s are better when it comes to that aspect. Now, down to the traction. I keep hearing a few comparisons, like, could be like the Kobe 9. I've never played in the Kobe 9s. I'm not sure about that. I want to get a pair of Kobe 9s just so I can see what all the hype is about. But this can't be what the Kobe 9s is. I slipped a few times. I had a few slip outs. You can see it even on this wood table. I clean this every time I do a video. You can see it slip right there. And that's what it did on the court. And I play on a clean court. The guy at the YMCA cleans that. I feel like he cleans it every night. I just seen they got a new floor cleaner for the gym. So I expect it to be even cleaner than it was when they were using that 1984 machine. And this still just did not do it. Like, I was surprised how much I slid around. After a few minutes, it did get a little bit better, but it still wasn't there. I slipped quite a bit. So I wouldn't really recommend this. Like, if you're a fast, shifty guy like myself, I would not recommend this to you. I just think you're going to have a lot of slip outs and stuff like that. And I just noticed one thing. You can actually see down into that air. Like right down here, if you can look into there. I don't think you guys will be able to see it on the camera, but you can see the pod down in there, which is pretty cool, but you just really can't feel it. So overall, my thoughts on the Giannis Freak 3. I mean, I really wouldn't recommend it to many people. If you think it's dope and you just want to rock it to school, or you just want to rock it to work or something like that, you'll be fine in it. As far as like hooping in it all the time as a shoe, I'd recommend, I just wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend the Paul Georges over this. I would recommend the Zions over this. I would recommend all the other shoes that I've reviewed over this when it comes to comfort or impact protection. When it comes down to that impact protection and traction, I just wouldn't recommend this to anybody. You can get the Zoom Strobel in the Zion and in the PG5, so go out and get that sneaker over this sneaker. And I'm not being a hater. I love Giannis. He's one of my favorite players. Dude's just a freak. Like the shoes say it, the freak. It's got his number here on the back. I like how this comes up to a point. Lateral stability and the heel counter back here, you felt very safe in this shoe. It was low to the ground. You just felt very safe. So I'll give it that, but comfortability, it's just not there. Traction just wasn't there for me. Thanks guys for the likes, comment, and subscribes. I appreciate it all. Everybody leaving comments on the videos, whether they're good, they're bad, it doesn't matter. I like the feedback. If there's any other sneakers you would like to see, leave them down below, and I will try to get to them. That's not a promise. My life's crazy right now. We're buying a house. I have 4 kids, 2 dogs, travel basketball, cheerleading. My daughter's going to start basketball. Then my other son's going to start basketball. So it's just crazy lately. But thank you, everyone, showing support, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.